back at Country Needleworks with another Monday Marketplace. I am Pam.
And I'm Dawn.
And today Dawn is going to show us and give us an extra special treat because she has been very busy making these darling animals. Dawn, tell us everything about them.
Well, I think you'll be able to tell very quickly how excited I get about talking about these animals, and the designer, which is Louise Crowther is her name, and we currently have 3 of her books. This was her original book with the animals that I've knitted. She came out then with a second book which had more wild animals, which there's some really cute ones in there as well. And then she came out with a third book which has just the animals, none of the clothing, but then one bonus animal, which is a unicorn, which you can only imagine how popular that is.
Yes, for sure.
But these are the ones that I've created. I knit 2 of them. This is Dorothy. Which one's Dorothy? This one's Dorothy. This one's Maisy. And then I'm currently working on one, which I'll show you in a few minutes, which is George, the dog. Let's kind of talk about the yarn.
Yes, exactly. The yarn that you use for the bodies is this yarn.
Yes.
And it is Scheepjes, it is stone washed, it is a cotton acrylic blend.
Right.
And it's also the yarn that the patterns call for, right?
It is.
Okay. So as you can see, we have some colors. And we're getting more because this is getting to be a really popular thing. And then the yarn for the clothes is the Catona, and also it's a Scheepjes yarn. What's the difference between the 2 yarns?
Well, obviously you can see by the look.
Yeah.
There's definitely a stone wash look to this one. I would say it's a little bit softer. It's got a little bit more of a halo, just slight halo to it. Where the clothing, the Catona, is just, it's a delight to work with. I will say that, both of them.
Yeah.
Just a real treat to work with on my hands, and even the finished product. Like when you hold them,
beautiful.
They're very soft, very, it's a really nice yarn to use.
And it looks like the Catona we know it has great stitch detail, which is fun because these outfits are just a really spectacular, a lot of detail. And I think that yarn, the way it's twisted, shows that off.
It does.
We have a lot of colors of the Catona, and we'll be getting more.
Right.
Well, and again, the colors, because some of these little outfits take many colors, that Catona is reasonably priced. So to get 4 or 5 colors.
Absolutely.
And do you use like a whole skein? How far does one go?
And what I was going to say is what I personally did to try to keep it a little bit more economical, or I hate to waste yarn.
Exactly.
So I would look at the book and look at the patterns and say, okay, this one's going to take, both of these take the moonspun, or moonstone, I think it is called. It's the light one. And so I would purchase it knowing that I would be able to use it on another animal when I got to that animal.
Right.
And that's kind of what I did. These are for my grandchildren, and now I've started letting them go through the book. I won't give them to them until they're a little bit older.
Right. Yeah.
But I've let them go through the book to pick out. So the one I'm working on now is called George. And he's actually the dog. And how I do it myself is I start with the body parts. So, and it's wonderful because you can kind of take them with you if you're going to be sitting in the car. So I'm making the one with the spot. And this is the body, the ears, the legs. And I leave long tails because when you're finished, you will, if you do it according to the book, you'll use the mattress stitch to close up the leg.
So they are knitted flat.
They are. Yes, they are.
So for people that are thinking, oh, I don't know if I can do such fine things in the round, and I'd need to do magic loop or double point, they're knitted flat.
Exactly. I do think there are some people that have made the adjustment and use the knit in the round because they prefer that.
Sure.
For me, I like the flat for a change, actually. And then I can just use the mattress stitches to stitch it up. Yeah. And then use stuff as you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
stuff
so
as you go.
Nice.
Because there's some long legs here.
Yeah,
and there's some long arms.
Exactly.
Yes.
Here's the
stuff
arms.
as you go. That's a great idea.
And then I keep both, because one end will be used to attach it to the body. The beauty of her pattern, too, like in certain spots, she will have you put pearl bumps, and that will tell you exactly where to align the legs.
Oh,
So when
very
it's
clever.
time to attach the legs, sometimes that's the hardest part, is where the ears go, where the legs go. And on the body, she has a very specific spot,
Right.
which is great.
So the patterns are very well written.
Well written. I mean, there's
Pictures are
yes,
great.
Yes, it's actually such a pretty book.
It's a
that there's
beautiful
times I
book.
have it sitting
Yeah, it
on
is.
my
Yeah.
on my coffee table or whatever.
The pages are thick.
Yeah.
The book is lovely. You know, if nothing else, maybe you'll just want to buy a book, have it set out, and these cute little faces might just just make you decide that
Yes,
maybe it is
yes.
something that you want to do.
It's a lot of fun.
So we will continue carrying the books. We will continue increasing the yarn and the colors, and making sure there's a good stock of it. Again, these are so adorable.
They are.
Thank you, Dawn,
You're
for taking
welcome.
them in. If you have any other questions, you can call the store at 616-457-9410 or email us at sales@countryneedleworks.net. And we would love to help you get started on a new fun project. Until next time, think about this happy making.